Hey, what's going on, guys? How you guys doing? It is Perkinstalks. It is all things Perkins. Oh man, I'm so glad y'all decided to click on today's video. Listen, before we begin, we have shirts available. We have new shirts coming out, and I can't wait until those are complete so I can show y'all what they look like. I know they're gonna look good. I know. I trust my people. So, whoever does my shirts, I always trust they're gonna do a good job. And I know they're gonna do a good job. So, shirts are coming out. You just gotta be ready for that, all right? So go to perkinscloset.com to see all the stuff that we do have that is available. I tell y'all, it's gonna look really nice. Um, Being content, right? That's what we should always strive to be, right? And what is content? Content is a state of happiness, right? Um, Being content is just being happy with what you got, being happy where you're at in life, and sometimes you could be up, sometimes you could be down, sometimes you could be left, sometimes you could be right, and it's just saying that you're content with that. And I think that one of the biggest homies that we can learn content from is Paul himself. So let's go to Philippians chapter 4, verse 11 and 12. Uh, and it reads as follows. Not that I speak from want, for I have learned to be content in whatever circumstance I am. Let's stop right there. Paul, the apostle Paul, said that he speaks from a place of content. That he speaks from knowing from knowing this contentment. He speaks from that because he knows from that. Because that's all that he knows. He's been in jail many times. He's been locked up many times. He's been beaten many times. He's been through the wire many times. So he knows what content is. He knows how to be content, right? He knows that his circumstance may not look like a happy circumstance. It may not look like a circumstance that you and I want to be in. But Paul knew that he will be content. And there's only one reason why he is content. Let's continue. Not that I speak from want, for I've learned to be content in whatever circumstance I am. Not that I speak from want. So he's saying that not that I speak from want, not that I speak that I want this, and this is gonna make me content. No, listen. I'm gonna show late. We're gonna tie this all in and how to get that contentment, y'all. But he's saying not that I speak from want. I don't really want anything because you won't see the next verse. Paul says, "Listen, I know what it is to be content. I don't want anything. I don't need anything, but I know what it is to be content." Let's continue. Verse 12. I know how to get along with humble means, and I also know how to live in prosperity. I know how to get along with humble means. In other words, I know how to live off the scraps. I know how to humble myself and live off of just bread and water. I know how to do that, but also I know what it means to be prosperity. I know what it means to live in millions of dollars. I know what that means. I've been in both situations. I've been in both circumstances. I've been in on both ends of the spectrum. I've seen it. I've lived it. I've been there before. I got the t-shirt. I got the scars to prove. I got the bruises to prove. I've been in both circumstances. Let's continue. In any and every In any and every circumstance, I wrote this while I was sleeping, y'all. Okay, I was halfway tired. Okay, but anyway, in any and every circumstance, I've learned the secret of being filled and going hungry. I've learned the secret of being filled up, being so stuffed that you're just like, whew, I got the itis now, y'all. Oh, I'm so tired now. But I've also learned what it is to be hungry. So, like I said, I've been there before. I've got the t-shirt. I got the scars to prove. I got everything. I've been on both sides, so I know what it is to be homeless and hungry. I know what it is to have the house and be full, have your refrigerator full. I know that a lot of us could resonate with that because I know that there are a lot of us who have been to a point where we feel like we're going to be homeless. We don't have enough food to put on the table, where we don't know how we're going to eat the next meal, where we don't know how we're going to eat the next thing, and we don't know. But God, but God helps us through all of that. I think I just gave away the answer, but we're gonna continue, okay? Both of having abundance. So both of that having an abundance. So in any and every circumstance, I've learned the secret of being filled and going hungry, both of having abundance. Well, he had nothing, he had an abundance. How crazy is that? I have nothing, but yet I have everything. I have nothing, but yet I have everything that I could ever want. That's contentment, y'all. Um, both of having abundance and suffering need. So having abundance and suffering need. So yes, I have it. I had it all. I had it all, but also I've also had to need something. Listen, y'all. Content is about the happiness. It's not saying that you're going to be happy all the time, but yet you're going to be learn to be content. And contentment. Hold on a second. In any situation that we get ourselves in, we need to learn to be content. In any situation that we put ourselves in, yes, I did say that. We need to learn to be content. In any situation that we happen to fall into, we need to learn to be content. We need to learn to be saying, you know what, I'm going to be content in this. I'm going to be content in this. I don't know how my bills are going to get paid, but I'm going to be content in knowing that it's going to happen. I don't know how I'm going to see the next thing, but I'm going to be content in this. I don't know. I don't know where. I don't know where. I don't know where. I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing next, but I'm going to be content in knowing that it's going to be revealed to me. I'm going to be content in knowing that it's going to be shown to me what I gotta do. What's the next thing I gotta do? Where is the next thing I gotta go? I'm going to be content in that. I'm not going to find my joy in something else. I'm not going to find my joy in worldly pleasures. I'm not going to find my joy in something that's just not for me. But I'm going to find my joy in God. That's how you get content. That is how you get content. That's how you be content. It is through God, and it is only by God. It's not by the worldly pleasures, not by the cars, the women, the houses, the places you could go, the places you could see, the food you can eat. It's not by any of that. It's only by God, through God, that you can find that full contentment, that you can find that full joy, that you can find that full happiness is in God. There's no other place. And I've come to encourage you. I'm to encourage you, I come to encourage me. That whatever situation you find yourself in, whatever place you find yourself in, where you find yourself in, learn to be content in that. That's why I always say that You got to learn that lesson before you start moving on. You got to start to learn the lesson of content before you start to move on to something else. I mean, it is very easy. It's very easy to complain, whine, um, ask God like, why you brought me here? Why am I doing this? Why am I doing that? But like God told Job, like, bro, and I'm paraphrasing right now. I'm paraphrasing. What God told Job is like, bro, who are you? Who are you? And it's not like God didn't know who Job was. God's like, my guy, who are you? Were you there when the heavens created? Were you there when I put everything in motion? Were you there? Who are you to question me about what's going on? Who are you? A lot of us, ooh, man, I might get in trouble for saying this, but a lot of us treat Jesus as he's a homeboy, right? A lot of people treat Jesus as something less sovereign, that we can just talk to. I just put lotion on. That we can just talk to God however we want to, right? Um, you can't do that. You gotta show God the level of respect that He needs and that He deserves. God is not your homeboy. God is not your road dog. God is not your dog. God is, God is a sovereign being. He created everything. He created human beings to make buildings beautiful. He created the stars in the sky. He created the sun in the sky. He created the moon in the sky. He told the moon like, "Hey, listen, when it's like 8 o'clock, you're going to rise up and you're going to shine at nighttime." He told the sun, "Hey, listen, 6 o'clock in the morning, you are going to peek through people's windows and shine so bright in their eyes that they're going to wake up and praise me." Come on, somebody. He's a sovereign being. Why are we treating him like a homeboy? Why? Okay, back to content. Back to content. I'm sorry. Thank you, Holy Spirit. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But back to being content. That is the number one way of being content. That is the number one answer to contentment, and it is found in God. It is found in the principles of God. It is found all in God. So you want to know how to be content? It is knowing who God is, following who God is, walking with God through this life. That's what it is. It's not found in liquor. It's not found in the women. It's not found in sexual orgies. It's not found in the music. It's definitely not found in the music. It's not found in any of that. But it is found in God. And once you've taken the rightful place and saying, you know what, it's all about God. It is for God. I can't do nothing on my own, but God. There's a book called But God. I suggest y'all read it. It's a really, really, really good book. It's called But God. Take a look at that book. It might change your life. Might change your perspective on things. I don't know. It just might. But in the end, it is but God. Because God is the only one who can do it. God is the only one who can show you out of your misery, who can show you out of your pain, who can show you out of it all. But the way you find content is through God alone. It's through God. I don't care what anybody tells you. It is through God. Do you know how many stars, how many actors and actresses they're trying to find happiness and pleasure in something else, and that didn't lead them to happiness. That didn't lead them to what they wanted. That didn't lead them to the search of that. And there's a lot of them that realize, man, only God can do this. Okay, okay, okay. But God, man. But God. But God. But God. But God. But God. Tell y'all, he's the only one. He's the only one. He's the only way to find content, to be content. He's the only way. You're not gonna find no other way. You're not gonna find no other no other being, no other celestial being, no other whatever you want to call it. It's only God. Only God can do it. And I'm not trying to put ourselves in Paul's place. I'm not trying to say that we are the Apostle Paul. I'm not trying to say any of that. So Christians, please do not come for me, okay? What I am saying that is that if Paul could do it, you could do it. And yes, Paul's situation was much more worse than our situation. Paul's situation was much more brutal than our situation. But you got to lean. You got to lean on God. You got to trust in God, and you got to know that God is going to make a way when it seems to be no way. Take care, y'all. It is Perkinstalks. Let's go out and do it. 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 It's Perkinstalks. We got merch available, perkinscloset.com. Please like, and if you're here to the end, please like, share, subscribe, all of that. Hit that red button down below so you get a notification from me anytime I post a video. I'm almost at 100 subscribers. I have 2 more weeks to do it. 2 more weeks just to get 100 subscribers. And I'm just like that. I'm just like right there, right there, right there. I'm right there. So please subscribe to the video. Please like the video and share it. You know, you may have somebody who's deep down in the muck and mire, but share it. Share it.